Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Melissa. If you're new here, welcome. We are filming in a different setup today. We are at my dining room. Today's gonna be like alocasia care. I have two alocasias that I am going to take care of. I have a hot mess over here. The alocasias for today's video, one of them is this one here. This is the new one that I bought. This is the Heterophylla. It's the dragon's breath. It's beautiful. I haven't done anything with it except I watered it twice. The soil is compacted. It doesn't get fully saturated. So I'm mainly repotting it because of that reason. And I'm not sure if there's something fungal going on. Like some of the leaves have this weird discoloration. I don't know if it's picking up like the yellow marks. And yeah, I think I might get rid of a couple leaves that have that. I don't think I need to treat it with a fungicide. I don't really notice that it spread too much. There's some here on this leaf too. I might treat it, we'll see. I have all the stuff that I need here. I have my fungicide here. I have shears, I have cleaning gloves. This is a solution of Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap and water because I haven't cleaned these leaves yet, and I was letting beneficial mites, do their job, but since it is a new plant and I haven't cleaned the leaves yet, I just want to go ahead and just clean them, especially since I'm dealing with flat mites too, So that's what I'm going to do for this one. Cut off some leaves, repot it into my mix. If there's any corms, I'm going to take the corms. I have a new little corm station here and my Fluval Stratum, and then we will root our little baby corms. I do see a corm on top of this one, so I definitely have one that I can see. And I've had a little sticky trap in here too to catch any gnats, and it does have quite a bit of gnats on it. So that is the plan with that one. And then the other one, I'm mad at myself for not taking care of this sooner. I was letting it acclimate and then it got a fungal infection. This one has a gnat catcher here too with some gnats. So this one, I'm not sure if it's gonna make it. This is the Azalani that I got from the big box store. And it's in the Costa Farms mix. It has a def plug, which I'm going to be removing. And then, yeah, this leaf is not doing good. I'm going to cut that leaf off. And the spread seems like it's on every leaf. So I'm going to wipe off. This has been on the leaves for a while. So I'm going to wipe this off, and I may just put like a fresh coat on. I'm just going to clean this first, and then I'll decide if I need to put a fresh coat of fungicide. But I want to get out of this horrible cocoa core stuff. It's just, I don't know if there's rot going on. I have no idea. I'm hoping I can find some corms out of this guy too. That way I can start a baby plant. So that is the plan. It's going to be kind of a lot of work, but I'm looking forward to it. I love alocasias and I want to take care of these guys. So that is the plan. I think I'm going to do this one first just because I would rather do this one than deal with the one that I know has like a fungal spread so I don't contaminate, I guess. So I'm trying to think how I want to go about doing this. So I think I'm going to start with the cutting of leaves that I don't like. Cleaning these shears, which is sad because I feel like I'm going to be cutting quite a bit of leaves, but some of the ones that just don't look good, it's hard to say if there's a fungus. So this one has markings and it is drooping, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this leaf here. I'm going to cut this right off at the base. Just like that. And then I have a trash bin that's over here in the chair beside me. I'm just plucking all the dead stuff in this bin. So it looks like a couple of these other leaves are from a different separate corm that has grown. Again, I just don't like these leaves. See, here's the one that has one of those brown spots. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. I hate to get rid of this big one, but I think I'm going to. Because it's got some kind of, you can see the markings on that. I just would rather get rid of that leaf. Yeah, so this plant is one main plant, and then it has, ooh, lots of corms. Here's another leaf that's questionable there. All right, so it's still pretty full. Get rid of this gnat trap here. So since we are not keeping the soil on this one, I'm gonna try and remove most of it, I guess. So I'm just going to squeeze up out of here. Wow, look at those roots. It's actually quite root bound. There's already a ton of corms that I'm gonna be able to get off of him. This is gonna be fun. I love digging for corms. So I'm gonna pluck off any that I see right away. And this will be our little corm catcher. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's lots of little corms that haven't quite developed. All right, we are just going to gently just start massaging the root ball so that we can get rid of this soil. It's probably drying out, you know, because it's a little compacted, but it's so root bound. I was actually going to downsize to a 6-inch, but I might need to get a bigger pot, but we'll see. Kind of smells like an odd smell coming from here. Oh, another corm. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, here's another one. We are gonna have so many corms, you guys. Oh my goodness. I have a feeling this thing is loaded with corms. So many corm babies. Oh my goodness. It's a big piece of orchid bark. Holy. I don't know why it's so much fun to find corms. It's like I'm treasure hunting. Ooh, nice. Okay, I have the root system removed. So I have the big chunk. I was worried it was too dense up around the base, so I ended up separating the corms. I actually have 3. So I kind of like the look of just this one potted into a plant, and then I might take these extra 3 corms and pot them up and do a separate pot. That way I'll have 2. But then I don't know if maybe I should just pot these up together and just keep it as one big one. Well, I'm trying to save space. I think I'll just pot them together. And these are all the corms. I have so many corms just from the one plant. That's gonna be so fun. Peeling all those and putting them in Fluval. I'm gonna have so many little dragon breath alocasia corms. So this was the pot that it came in. I think I'm just gonna use my standard 6-inch pot, one of these. And then I have my soil mix down here beside me. And this is my normal mix plus a little extra of soul soils just to make it a little bit more chunky. So I'm gonna plop a little soil down in here. Great, I'm actually gonna use the lid. All right, I'm gonna set this aside for a minute. All right, so we are going to plant her down in here. She's gonna be a little root bound in here, but that's okay. Not like super root bound. I would rather her establish herself in this pot, and then if I have to pot up again by the end of summer, that's totally fine. I just don't like going up too large initially. So she looks like that in there, and then we'll just fill up around. Yeah, I wasn't liking this soil for some reason. It just, I don't know. It's not my mix, you know? It's hard too sometimes because I've just gotten so accustomed to my mix. It's hard to not use anything else. I feel like I want to go and get her a special pot now. I feel like she deserves a special pot. I might go back to TJ Maxx because when I was there filming a few weeks ago, they didn't really have a lot of spring stuff out yet as far as plant pots and stuff, so I might make a trip out there this week and see, maybe just buy one cute little 6-inch pot. And I'm gonna add some slow release in a couple more weeks. I just rather add them in all my pots at one time in one go around rather than trying to remember which plants I added it in. Yes, I am very happy with that. I think she looks a lot better. All right, I am going to take one of my cleaning gloves. I just got these little microfiber mittens, so I haven't used them yet. I've been seeing them on Instagram, other people using them, and I'm like, I don't really clean my leaves that often. If I do, I usually just do it over the shower, like I'll hose them off. But I just wanted to get some and try them out. I just think they look cute. Maybe it will encourage me to wipe my leaves more. Again, this is just Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap and water. This feels so wrong. I don't know. Feels weird using gloves to clean. I don't think I'm gonna spray this one with a fungicide or anything because I got rid of most of the leaves that had those yellow spots, so I'm not concerned, I guess, about any kind of spread. Not like the other alocasia. That spread really, really quickly. That was like a full-on fungal spread. I normally don't like to clean alocasia leaves just because I feel like alocasias are so prone to fungal infections. Any kind of water that sits on the leaves or gets on the plant leaves But I know it's important to, you know, clean dust, you know, for better photosynthesis. So occasionally I'll like hose mine off with water, but it's not very often just because I do get worried about a fungal spread. Because the Azulani, after I brought it home, so that one was really dusty. And I couldn't tell, I guess, right away if it had any kind of spots. Because sometimes a fungal spread on the leaves, it doesn't, depending on how the leaves are too, like if they're dark, like the leaves on that one are like a dark purple, it's hard to pick up on it right away or see it right away. So I'm thinking once I clean the leaves, I used the same mixture here. And I mean, it had ample enough time to dry. It's not like I put it in a dark place or anything while the leaves were wet. So I'm wondering if it had something at the store and then, you know, it just came home and then it just went rampant. I'm mad that I didn't catch it sooner though. The leaves on this alocasia are so cool. I'm gonna go get my Superthrive water and give this one a water and let that drain, and then we'll repot our one with the fungal infection and get corms, and then we'll do all the corms last. I am so excited. It looks so good. Look at how cute. I love him. I guess he wasn't too dirty. I have to wash these. Ugh. Feels weird having like soap, the soap feeling. All right, we are on to plant 2. Plant 2 is kind of what I'm worried about. I have a separate little tray that will separate the corms in. I still can't believe I have all these corms. That is crazy. So this leaf I'm going to go ahead and cut off because it is very sad. I'm really sad this plant got a fungal infection. Like I said, I mean, it may be fine. I'm hoping the fungicide, you know, stop the spread. All right, so we are going to be getting rid of this mess. Look at that. Look at all that extra cocoa core that the plant wasn't even using. Yeah, this is just straight up, like there's no roots in there, just pure cocoa core. I have a corm. Yay! One corm. So we can at least grow the corm out if this one dies. This one does have a little plug that I'll remove. Look at that. I really hate this stuff. You see how tiny this root system is? Corm. I didn't even feel that one come off. Okay, we have 2 corms. 2 is better than 1. Oh, we have 3. We have 4. I mean, look at that. Look at how tight that netting is. You can see like there's 2 more corms trying to bust through there. And there's just like the soil in there is just too dense. Another corm. Another corm. That is insane. See, the only thing with this like netting, I just am gentle and I just pull it off. Another corm. You are kidding me. I hope you guys can see. I'm just kind of being very gentle here. Another corm stuck in that netting. Yeah, this one might shock a little bit because we went to town. A lot of roots came off, but it is what it is. I'm happy to be getting rid of that nasty soil. All right, so there's our base plant. This grew from 1 corm, and then we have 8 corms from the Azalani, which is crazy. So I have 8 plus, there's some little ones, so I don't know if these little ones will make it. There's probably at least 10 to 12 in here. We have a lot of corms. So for this one, we are going to pot into one of my plastic 4 inches. And then we will just fill up around. Makes me excited for all the repotting that I have to do this spring. You know, good thing is it wasn't rotting, it just had a fungal spread. All right, so for this one, we are going to give this a water in with Superthrive. I'll probably end up putting this guy in my plant room just so, because the weather, the temperature and stuff out here, this is like a very dark corner of our home. Back here, there's no windows, and there's only 1 east window. Well, there's 2, but they're side by side, and it's not the best light because it is kind of blocked by our neighbor's house. The only place that really gets good light is my plant room because our other bedroom is all north light, even though there's a lot of window space in there. It's just, again, not good light for growing plants. I'm gonna wash this fungicide off. So I think it'll probably rehab the best in my plant room. I'm definitely gonna keep it in its own little area away from the other plants. This spread happened very quickly too. Like very, very quickly. I can see where the fungicide like crisped the edges, like they're crispy here. I didn't want to leave this fungicide on for too long because the plant can't absorb light if there's fungicide all over the leaves. Yeah, this plant looks bad now. I mean, it looks better, but I'm sad that it got this fungus, you know, fungal spread. Oh, this leaf is really bad too. I'm gonna get rid of it. I just don't want to take the chance of it spreading more. Yeah, it's literally on every leaf. I might let this dry and then I may end up putting more of the fungicide on there. We'll see. I'm gonna let this just soak in that Superthrive. All right, and then we are going to do the corms. I will probably peel them, go ahead and peel them off camera just to save time. Because I do have a corm video on my channel. I have an alocasia playlist that I will include this video in. In that video, I show how to root and grow them, but I was just using moss then, but now I pretty much just use Fluval. So these little trays, I can link all my alocasia stuff below, like these, the Fluval, they have little drain holes. And then I'm gonna fill I'm probably gonna do 2 per container. I'll do like half one, half the other, and then I'll just put a label in each side so that I know what they are. And then we will put our cover on like that and then put them in my cabinet. I gotta make room for them. I'm gonna go ahead and fill these guys up like a little bit with Fluval. All right, I'm gonna put a pair of gloves on just because I don't wanna mess my nails up. And when you're peeling corms, just be mindful that alocasias have calcium oxalate crystals, and even like touching corms can be really sensitive to some people. Like I've had people tell me they've broken out in hives before. So when you're handling corms, just wear gloves. It's, you know, you just don't wanna have that all over your skin, I guess. I normally don't have an issue peeling them, but I'm gonna put some gloves on and just peel these off camera. Basically, some of these are not like this one. I'll show you. So this one is pretty much peeled all the way. You see how it's white, and a lot of them have this brown outer layer on. So you're basically just peeling it so that they all look white like that. And then once they're all peeled, we will put them into here and I'll show you that. Okay, we are back. It has taken me like 45 minutes to peel these. So these are all these are the dragon's breath. You can see how different some of them are. They're like the same alocasia, but different corms. And then these are the Azalani ones. I have little name tags. I'm just gonna write Azalani, I think I spelled that right. And then we're gonna do the heterophylla. We're just gonna say dragon's breath. That's easier to spell. Today is 2/14. All right. So half and half. The Azalani there, and the Dragon's Breath here. Okay, so the Azalani, we're basically just going to take the corms. So the corm does have a top end and a soil end. The top end is here where the growth will come out, and then the bottom end you put down like that, and it'll root kind of all off the corm. Some of them look different, but so like here's another one. The top is here and that's the bottom. And you can see one that is trying to sprout already. You can kind of see the top and the bottom. So when I put these in here, you just want to put them, you know, the right way. So Azalani, I'm gonna do, I think 2 per each one. I'm basically just putting them in here. I don't know if you guys can even see that well. I'll pan in and show you when I'm done putting these in here, what they look like. So that's what the Azalani look like in there. I don't know if some of these little ones will make it, but we're gonna put them in here and see what happens with them. Some of the little ones just came off as I was like repotting, so I didn't necessarily want to take them off. But we'll see, they may sprout. All right, they are all in here. Some of the other ones, I had to do like 3 each. And so we're just gonna take our water and water these all. Now I put these in my cabinet, and I guess it depends. These usually dry within like 4 or 5 days, sometimes sooner than that. So I just have to keep an eye on them. Usually a good rule of thumb for me to follow is twice a week. That way I don't like underwater them per se. And just make sure you're giving them enough light, because you don't want to set these on a shelf in low light, and then, because then you can have things mold. Yay! In my plant room here, so the Dragon's Breath is going to go here. This is the spot that I had it before I repotted it. It's just on top of my humidifier, so I'm just going to leave it here to kind of settle in. It kind of gets some ambient light from the light beside it, so it did well in that spot, so I'm going to see how it does. And the Azalani, I put it up here just so I can keep an eye on it. And you can kind of see some of those spots still. I'm not going to add more fungicide right now. I just clean it off to let it get a little light, and we'll keep an eye on it, I think. But yeah, I'm going to set him here That way I can just, you know, if anything spreads more, and it's away from other plants that I'm not concerned about anything spreading to any other plants. So we'll see. I may do another round of fungicide on that one. And again, if that one dies, I'm not going to be too upset because I have all the corms. Hi, cuties. Move your booty. And then the corms I ended up putting right here in the front. So I have all those babies there. You can kind of see them all. So these were the Azalanes, and then this was the Dragon's Breath. We have so many. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch them sprout. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun watching them. I'm actually curious to see how like all the individual ones will do. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm excited for these alocasias to like start doing well and growing. And I'll probably make room for them by my other alocasias here. Somewhat, we'll see. But I really hope they do well. I will keep you updated on them. And once the corms start sprouting, I will let you guys know. So excited. I love growing corms. I just think it's, I don't know, I just think it's so much fun watching them sprout and grow. So I'm excited for them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later.